The offer comes in on a Thursday. $58,000. You read it twice. You close the email, walk to the kitchen, stand there for a moment doing something that isn't quite thinking and isn't quite feeling. Then you go back to the laptop and type, "Thank you so much. I'm excited to accept." You send it before finishing the benefits section. You do not negotiate. You have never negotiated. The word sits in your mouth like something foreign, something other people are allowed to do. People with more leverage, more confidence, more of whatever it is that makes a person believe they are worth more than the number someone else assigned them. You are 24. The offer feels like a decision someone else made about you, and your role is to receive it gracefully, not to argue with it. That decision, made in 4 minutes on a Thursday, is going to cost you $847,000. Not in a single moment, through compounding. Through the quiet arithmetic of what a number becomes when it is the wrong number, and then becomes the floor for every number that follows. The mechanics. The range for the role was $58,000 to $74,000. You did not know this. You did not ask. The company was not going to tell you. Every compensation system operates on the assumption that candidates will accept near the bottom if they don't push back, and that candidates who push back will be met in the middle, and that the difference stays in the payroll budget. The hiring manager had authority to go to $68,000. She was prepared to. She liked you more than the other finalist. She came in at $58,000 because that's where the process starts. She waited for you to respond with a number. You responded with gratitude. The gap between $58,000 and $68,000 is $10,000, compounded over a 3-5-year career, with 3% annual raises and each salary anchoring the next offer. That deficit accumulates to between $600,000 and $900,000 in total lifetime earnings. You will not feel this as a single loss. You will feel it as a persistent low-grade sense of being always slightly behind, without a clear explanation for why. Year 1. The job is good, the work is interesting. You tell yourself you will prove yourself and ask for more at review time. At review time, 11 months later, you receive a 3% merit increase. $1,740. You are now at $59,740. In the other version of this year, you are at $70,040. The gap grew while you weren't watching. You know only that $59,740 feels like progress, because progress is measured against where you started, not against where you could have started. Year 3. You are good at the job. Being genuinely good is the necessary condition for negotiating well, and you have met it. What you have not done is connect your performance to a number. Raise conversations happen to you, rather than being conversations you initiate. Your manager is not your adversary. She is also not your advocate in the room where salary decisions are made. In that room, there is a spreadsheet. Her incentive is to retain people who might leave and keep everyone else at maintenance rate. You are not going to leave. Everyone knows this. Your loyalty reads, in compensation terms, as someone who does not need to be paid more to stay. You are at $63,400 when a colleague, hired 6 months after you, mentions in a conversation about apartments that he is at $72,000. He negotiated his offer. He asked for $70,000 when they came in at $64,000. They met him at $67,000. His raises have run on a higher base since. Same work, same manager. Same company. Different starting assumption about what asking was allowed to produce. You sit with that for the rest of the afternoon. You go home and look at apartment listings and don't process what you're seeing. The first attempt. You are 28, a recruiter calls. You agree to a conversation mostly from curiosity and find yourself genuinely interested. The offer is $79,000. Your current salary is $67,200. You do something you have never done. You go to your manager and tell her, not as a threat but as a fact, that you have received an external offer and would prefer to stay if there is room to adjust your compensation. You have rehearsed the sentence 14 times. Your voice is steadier than you expected. She asks for 2 days. She comes back with $74,000 and a title adjustment. You take it. The discomfort lasted 72 hours and then faded entirely. This is the moment you understand that the discomfort was the only thing between you and the number. Not a lack of merit, not a lack of leverage. The discomfort was the price of the ask. and the price was lower than you had been estimating for 4 years. What you didn't do at 24. You didn't ask because you didn't know you could. The more complete version is that you had a framework, absorbed through watching how the adults around you related to institutions, that told you the offer was what you were worth, that wanting more was ingratitude. That leverage was something you either had or didn't, like a physical attribute. No one told you leverage is manufactured, that the recruiter calling is leverage, that another offer, even one you won't take, is leverage. That knowing the salary range, available in 4 minutes on any compensation database, is leverage. That waiting 24 hours and saying, "I'm very interested and I'd like to discuss the compensation," is leverage. None of this requires a different personality. It requires only that you believe the conversation is something you're allowed to have. You didn't believe that at 24. Most people don't. The cost is most visible in retrospect. Year 11. You are 35. You make $104,000. Your closest peer from the early years, same industry, similar work, makes $131,000. The gap is $27,000 a year. It has been compounding for 11 years. He does not work harder than you. He has a different relationship with the question, what happens if I ask? For him, the answer has always been, sometimes yes, sometimes no, always fine. For you, for most of your 20s, the answer felt like, the offer disappears, the relationship damages. You are revealed as someone who wanted too much. Both frameworks have costs. But in this category, in the arithmetic of lifetime earning, the cost of yours is 7 figures, distributed across decades, felt as 100 small frictions rather than one large loss. Year 19. You are 43. You have been at your current company for 4 years. By every measure, you are one of the more valued people in your department. The compensation does not reflect it, quite. You are at $118,000 in a role that surveys put at $128,000 to $141,000 for your market and experience. You did the research this time, carefully, early, with data. You have a number and a rationale, and after 19 years, something approaching a process. The conversation takes 22 minutes. You ask for $135,000. You cite market data. You describe 2 specific projects. You say the number without apology or decoration and leave a silence after it that you have practiced leaving. 3 weeks later, she comes back with $128,000. You ask if there is room higher. She says the range doesn't allow it. You accept $128,000 and do not feel like you failed. You feel like someone who asked and got most of what they asked for and knows how to do this now. You are making $10,000 less than you asked for and $27,000 more than you would have accepted at 28. The direction has been right for a long time. The distance from the right starting point is the thing that doesn't close. What you tell your daughter. She is 21. She has an offer in her hand. It looks large to her the way first numbers always look large before you have a frame for them. You sit at the kitchen table. You pull up the salary data for her role in her city. Her offer is at the 31st percentile. You tell her this without editorializing. Then you tell her exactly what to say. Not the general version. The specific sentence. The pause that follows it. What to do if they push back. What to do if they say the offer expires tomorrow, which is a pressure tactic and not usually true. She practices it twice. She makes the call the next morning. They go from $64,000 to $71,000. She calls you after. She sounds like someone who expected the ask to cost her something and found it cost her almost nothing. The $7,000 will compound across her career into something neither of you can calculate yet, but you know the category of the number. You know what it feels like from the other side, from inside decades of not having had the afternoon at the kitchen table. You gave her the afternoon. That's the thing that carries forward, not the salary, the belief that the conversation is something she's allowed to have. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one.